productivity software company ClickUp just eliminated 22% of its workforce in a single day. In their place, the company switched on 3,000 AI agents. That deployment creates a 3-to-1 ratio across the organization, meaning there are now 3 digital agents running inside the company for every 1 human employee remaining. The people who kept their jobs are no longer doing the manual work. Their new purpose is to manage and orchestrate the agents handling those tasks. The capital saved from the layoffs is being funneled directly back to the remaining staff. The company introduced million-dollar salary bands for humans who demonstrate 100x impact by successfully managing these systems. This model rests on a massive, untested assumption. It requires today's AI agents to be reliable enough to replace human judgment at a commercial scale. Right now, there is zero published data showing these 3,000 agents actually outperform the humans they replaced. The 100x ORD is a high-stakes structural bet. It forces the rest of the industry to find out exactly how much we can trust the software running the system. To understand that trust problem, we have to look underneath the corporate application layer. The architecture connecting these AI agents to external software is called the Model Context Protocol, or MCP. This diagram illustrates how MCP works. The agent relies entirely on a plain text description, a written manual, to operate external tools. But new research reveals a severe vulnerability. By rewriting that text manual, attackers can hijack the agent's behavior to perform unauthorized actions. Against frontier models like GPT-4o, these attacks exceed nearly 100% of the time. The attacker doesn't need to write a single line of malicious code to execute the breach. Because the agents blindly trust these text descriptions, the rapidly expanding MCP ecosystem creates a massive, unverified attack surface for any company adopting it. The engineering response to these data vulnerabilities is isolation. AI providers like Anthropic are deploying self-hosted sandboxes to protect enterprise environments. These containment architectures allow Claude agents to organize files and execute workflows locally, guaranteeing that sensitive corporate data never leaves the company's own infrastructure. While corporations are building digital walls, nation-states are building physical ones. The most severe containment efforts right now are geographical. This map highlights a strict new policy out of Beijing. The Chinese government now requires top AI researchers at private firms, including Alibaba and DeepSeek, to secure state approval before they can travel internationally. By restricting where researchers can travel and how data is stored, governments and corporations are treating AI expertise as a classified national resource. Below the geopolitical maps and the corporate firewalls, there is a much smaller border being negotiated right now. It is the boundary every individual worker sets for their own mind. Wharton professor Ethan Mollick points out a hidden danger in how we use these tools. Companies and software providers are setting defaults for what tasks get delegated to AI, often without considering what is lost in the process. The paradox is that the complex, frustrating work we are so eager to hand over to AI is exactly what builds our personal capabilities. Offloading that difficult thinking doesn't just outsource work, it actively hollows out our long-term professional development. Mollick calls this load-bearing cognition. These are the specific, strenuous thinking processes that form the foundation of your expertise. You must consciously choose to keep those load-bearing tasks human. That means intentionally injecting friction back into your workflow and doing the hard thinking. If you do not establish these boundaries yourself, your employer or the software you use every day will make the choice for you. Surviving the era of the 100x org requires a deliberate strategy. You must decide exactly which cognitive territories you refuse to surrender to the machine.